Hello, I am author Everlazt, and these are my lessons to becoming a professional writer. This lesson is libraries and prisons. The library system is a unique one that you have to get into with some help with a librarian. They have a criteria that they go by, and if you sit down with some of them, they will be able to get your book in their ordering system, and you can start generating sales through them. Prison systems also have their own criterias for the type of content they allow on their bookshelves. Do your research and reach out to these places. Now, I went to libraries myself, certain libraries, and talked to the head librarian, and they was able to, steer me through what I needed to do to get my books in the library, or get them to order some of the books to put on their shelves. So, it's okay. Like, you can make that move. You can go see them and talk to them, and they'll talk to you. Make sure you bring the book so they can see, and they need your ISBN. You know what I'm saying? Like, they need that type of stuff. They need, so they can put it in their system. And that's how this works. Everything goes through your ISBN, stuff like that. So keep that in mind. Libraries and prisons. Prisons, check with, who has an outlet already going into the prisons. Like, some places are just strictly book places that sell books to prisons. So check those outlets. And also, one thing I used to do, I used to go up to with a bus for the prisons, where, family members go to the bus. In New York City, I don't know how it's done in other states, but in New York City, they had certain bus stops in certain boroughs, or van stops in certain boroughs. And I would have to pull up there probably like 3, 4 in the morning to catch them, because they got to leave out early to go to upstate New York, to these prisons that's far away and stuff like that. So I would be able to sell a couple of books to some of the family members so they can bring the book to the person. But always remember, every jail has their own criteria on how they receive content. So some of these places don't allow the visitor to bring in the book. But some of the people that I was selling to, they was allowing them to bring in the book and give it to the person through their package system, or wherever, however they do it. So that's another good lane to remember. If you need to utilize that lane, you can utilize that lane. Because even the visitors themselves, the family members themselves, they read. So they might just buy your book just on the strength of them reading it, and might not even give it to the person that they're going to see. Never know. So keep that in mind. Keep those two lanes in mind. Libraries and prisons. Nice outlets that you can utilize. I'm going to give you another outlet that I would use sometimes, and that was the airports. When I would go through certain airports, I would try to go in a bookstore if I had time, because sometimes you go through the airport, you don't really have time for all of this. But if I had time, I would stop in the bookstore and try to get on their ordering list. That was another lane. You go in there, and I would have a book or two with me in my bag, and I wouldn't even give them one, just so they would have it, and from that, they may order from that, you see, because they got the ISBN, they got the book, they got everything. They met you, so they understand, a lot of different things when you're dealing with that. So keep that place in mind too. Airports, libraries, prisons, and airports. Good book places.